Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in to Chit Chat with Char, where our mission is to connect, collaborate, and cultivate meaning relationships with you and our community. On this episode today, we have the one and only Nick Bouton. I am so excited to have the opportunity to chat with him today. We'll be talking about his fitness journey and just really getting deep into his passion for fitness. So, without further ado, Nick, will you jump on?
Hey, hey,
Nick, how are you this morning?
I am blessed to be alive another day.
Yes. Well, it's so good to see you. I feel like I see you every day, but it's so good to see you in this environment. Tell us a little bit about who you are. Tell us your story, Nick.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you, Char, for having me on. This is an amazing experience. And of course, I pretty much see you every day. The reason why is because I am a business developer for a real estate title company. And so we kind of work hand in hand in the ventures with real estate, right? But also, I am a coach for F45 out in Rockwall Heath. Um, yeah, so juggling two jobs. I love it. I love the hustle mindset. My parents always raised me to just keep hustling, don't quit, and just keep going. And so, yeah, juggling two jobs, but I'm loving both just because I get to talk, coach, help motivate, inspire people in both jobs.
Good, good. Okay, so you talked about a lot of positivity, inspire, motivate.
Mhm. That's right.
Tell me a little bit about your passion to be a motivator and someone who inspires.
So back in the day, we all go through it, through the high school stages, through the awkward teenage years. It's just trying to figure out who you are. Maybe there was some bullying, maybe there's somebody picking on. Either way, the insecurities are more apparent. But going through high school and college, having my insecurities, it just kind of helped me open up to where, or choose the path to where I can become more motivating and inspire others. So that way they don't feel alone and walk the world alone and being insecure and just in general, yeah, insecure. So I actually graduated college with a psychology degree. And no, I'm not a psychologist by any means. But during that path in my college career, it kind of helped me figure out who I was myself.
Right.
And just like everybody else, we try to find our path and what we're destined to do. I found that I loved helping others in need, helping bring them up, just helping build them up. Because we all see a lot of negativity and hatred, and just sometimes it gets overwhelming. And sometimes people just need that person to lean on. And for whatever reason, I think it's because my mom was a very loving, caring person. My family was very loving and caring. So it just made me feel good to help somebody out of their problem or resolve a solution or provide them a solution to resolve their problems.
Well, good, good. So you mentioned earlier, bullying. Were you bullied
Mhm.
in high school?
So I went to a private school. I wouldn't say bullying compared to a public school. I've heard some stories. So my brothers went to public school. I went to private school. Um, I wouldn't say I've heard some bullying stories over there. Not that they were bullied, but they saw people. So bullying in the sense of public versus private, no. But I was picked on. I was the smallest kid. Let's just say I was the smallest senior on the football team, right? And but I mean, the students at the private school that I went to were pretty close. It was almost like a little family too. So I wouldn't say bullying, but statements here and there, they sometimes do resonate with you for a long period of time, right? So
Right.
it wouldn't be like, yeah, not to a sense where it was like I was getting what do you call those swirlies? Do they still call it? Is that a thing still?
Or just being terrorized nowadays. I think these kids are going through a lot, as it relates to being bullied and picked on, for different reasons. We don't even understand it sometimes. But you
Yeah.
mentioned that, and I just wanted to ask that question if that was something that you had experienced. So tell me about what motivates you? You talked about being able to love on people and inspire them and to help them through difficult and challenging times. What motivates you to get your day going every morning?
What motivates me? Let's see. I would probably have to say, and this is my, again, going back on what I feel like I was born to do. It's my motto that I like to live by is if I can impact one person's life for the better, then I have succeeded in life. So my motivation, and if you follow me on Instagram and all that, I'm always trying to motivate and trying to reiterate and remind people that they're not alone and trying to just build them up. And I get a lot of feedback from that. And that's just so rewarding to me. So it's not about the financial success in my life, but more of the, how would I describe it? Not the financial success, but more about the emotional success, I guess.
Right.
And just,
your impact.
Yes, exactly. So what wakes me up is one, coffee, two, the house being so cold, and three, just to know that I can and am going to strive to impact at least one person a day.
That's awesome. Do you have a morning routine?
I used to, and then we took that whole year off, right? Threw everybody off track. But right now, I have to have my coffee in the morning. If I don't have coffee, then I feel groggy throughout the whole day. And so that little caffeine kick definitely helps me up. But yeah, wake up, make some coffee, and then just get the gears going. That's pretty much my morning routine. And then, yeah, that's it. So far, so good. It's working.
Cool. So tell me, so you recently got engaged, and I'm really excited about that. Tell me a little bit about that. Tell me about your relationship. We don't have to get too deep into that, but tell me about, the planning for that. I know you guys are really excited.
Oh, man. Yeah. So the planning. Going into this, I was thinking, okay, I'm just going to be the fiance that kind of sits in the background, and it's just going to be like, yeah, honey, you just go do your thing, and then I'll just show up for the wedding day. No. Well, unbeknownst to me, it does not work like that at all. So it is pretty hectic. We are moving at a fast pace, but everything is lining up and is actually lining up perfectly, if you will. So, yeah, I thought I was going to send the background, but had the engagement, or I proposed. If y'all haven't checked it out, the Sanctuary Beach Resort in California, very secluded, very personable. It's like a little beach town. It's just gorgeous. You can literally, it's very safe. You can literally fall asleep with the patio door open, wake up to the waves, going to sleep with the waves in the background. But yeah, Sanctuary Beach Resort, and I think it's Marina, California, Marina Bay.
Marina Bay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
is that where you guys are getting married, or is that the honeymoon?
No. That's actually where I proposed.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's kind of like a destination proposal. Then that just jump started I did not know how much goes into wedding planning.
Oh my God.
So to all you brides that did it by yourselves, kudos to y'all. And then to all you grooms or husbands, I gave y'all a round of applause, because wow, it can be stressful at times, but at the same time, it's fun, just because it's your day, right?
Right. Well, I am looking forward to being a part of that. And to just being there to witness the love that you guys have for each other. So I can't wait. So congratulations again on that.
Thank you.
Well,
thank you.
Tell me one more thing, and then we'll jump right into your business. Tell me about your pets. I know you guys have some big dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so
like
I have two. Yeah, that's literally. So I have two. They're not as big, but they're two 85-pound pit bulls. And then we have a third, which was my fiance's coming into the relationship. He is a Shepherd Lab mix, I think. She adopted him out of what do they call them? Man, pet adoption center. Yeah, she adopted him, so we're not really too sure what he is, but yeah, I have 2 pit bulls, and then I always say a Shepherd Terrier mix. Yeah, those 3 dogs, they think they're puppies, they think they're lap dogs. They're always trying to sit on us, lay on us, go to bed with us, and it's like, dude, get your own space. You have a bed, go lay down there.
Oh my goodness, they are huge. When I saw pictures of those dogs, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. So we just got
the food bill being expensive.
Yeah. Thankfully, a shout out to Chewy, because we don't have to go and drive to the grocery store anymore. They just deliver it to our front door. But yeah, they eat a lot, and even when we feed them the desired amount, or we're supposed to, they want more. So I'm just like, man. Yeah, I guess it's a precursor to what having kids is going to be like, right?
That's what I've heard, but I don't know how anything can compare, because kiddos, they're with you for the long haul, and there's no instruction manual at all.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about that step. Haven't gotten there yet, but in due time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's jump in and let's talk about F45. Tell us about what that is.
So F45 is some people call it a studio gym. Some people call it a boutique gym. Either way, it's franchised out. It's based out of Australia. The best way I can kind of compare it is similar to an Orange Theory. So everybody's heard of the Orange Theory Fitness. Mm-hmm. However, from what I've been told, I've never been in Orange Theory, but I do know several coaches from there. And I do know a lot of people that kind of bounce back and forth from F45 and Orange Theory.
Okay.
But from what I hear, Orange Theory is more like a lot more cardio, whereas F45 is going to be more involved with weights. So body weight, barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, all the bells. We don't have treadmills, but we do have bikes and row machines and jump ropes and battle ropes. So again, I'm not too sure. I can't speak on behalf on Orange Theory because I'm not too sure their format, but F45 is going to be a HIIT, high intensity interval training based program. So every day is different. Every workout is different. Timings change, laps change, sets change. But yeah, it is. I love it. I love everything about fitness. And so I wanted to pick up a part-time job to where I can still impact people, going back to impact and being positive, but also because I absolutely love fitness and coaching. So yeah, it's Monday through Saturday. Again, I'm out in Rockwall Heath, but Monday through Saturday, we are closed on Sundays, but there's several classes, and we also offer a free week trial. So if you're interested, by all means, contact me, and then we can set you up for a free week trial. There are several locations all throughout the Metroplex. Again, they're all franchised out. So let's just say you go to Rockwall and you see some plans that you like. And then let's just say you go to one in Plano and they only have one payment plan or one plan set up. So again, the workouts are similar, and I think they're the same all across the board. It's just the structure and the payment plans and all that is different from my understanding.
Based on the franchises. So for someone who is definitely not into fitness, and I think this year I've started being a little bit more conscious as I'm getting older about fitness. And so I have been really working to lose weight and maintain weight. And, so I've started exercising here at home. I've canceled all of the gym memberships that I had for years and years and years, and did not go nearly as much. I wish I could get a refund for all the money I've spent on gym memberships that I did not use. So I've just been using a little bike at home, just a stationary bike that I've used. So can you tell us the difference between going into the gym? And I know you mentioned it's a HIIT format. Can you explain to us what that is?
Yeah, so high intensity interval training. Yeah, so that is going to be, so the timing differs. but essentially high intensity interval training is pretty much short segments of work. So let's
Okay.
just say, for example, yesterday I coached, it was 30 seconds of work and a 15-second break. Well, within those 30 seconds of work, you can coast through it by all means. If you're injured or whatever, you definitely want to listen to your body, but you can coast through it. But also, if you're competitive and you're just going 100% like I do, then within those 30 seconds, you're definitely going to go as hard as you can, as fast as you can, within reason, right? So if you like have heavy weights, you don't want to go as fast as you can because you might injure yourself. But
Right.
those 30 seconds are designated to go all out and high intensity. Therefore, it's high intensity interval training. So interval training is going to be the various timing of the work and the rest.
Got
And
it.
that's geared to more fat burning
Mm-hmm.
rather than cardio. So cardio is known for more cardiac health. And again, I'm not a scientist. I do have a certification, but I'm not licensed. So by any means, am I a professional? It's just something I love. It's something I educate myself on and research.
Right.
So just wanted to preface that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, that's the sum of high intensity interval training. It's a certain amount of time of intense work and then a break and then hopping right back into it.
So how long have you been doing that?
So I've been coaching at F45 going on 3 years.
Okay.
And then before that, I've been doing one-on-one personal training for a total of 6 years now.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So on your fitness journey, were you overweight at some point in time? Is that when you got into it, or have you always just been into, fitness?
Yes. Truth be told, I was a chubby kid. So
Really?
yeah. So my journey, I've always been in sports, but yet
Okay.
I love to eat. Guys, I love to eat. Sodas were my downfall when I was younger. So you got to take into consideration you're drinking your calories and eating your calories. So yeah, I was a chubby kid. Got into high school, I was playing sports again. So I started with T-ball. So I stayed in baseball up until high school, then transitioned to all the sports, literally all of them, just because I realized I was getting a little too chubby. And
Got
so I
it.
just wanted to get back into shape, but also because I love sports, I wanted to be an athlete. Then college hit, still stayed in somewhat good shape. And then actually, not going to lie, full transparency, COVID hit me that year and boom, I just gained 20 pounds, guys, 20 pounds.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah,
It
it
was
was
easy to do, right? Oh
very
my
much
goodness.
so.
Well, for like the real estate industry, we were essential, right? So
Mhm.
we were still able to work and, um, and just get in there and just still be out and available and working and doing everything that we do. However, I still managed to gain. And it's just like every time something happened, it's like, oh my goodness, I guess I'll need that cookie. And I'm really bad with sweets. Like
Oh yeah.
I'll eat dessert before I eat the meal. And I think that's kind of something there. So we
That
have
is
a
hilarious.
question coming in from one of our viewers. How has the
Cool.
pandemic affected fitness participation, membership, and or population within your business? And that's from Anthony B.
That is a very good question. So
It
I
is.
want to say the F45 that I work at, just a shout out, is owned by Jeff and Morgan McVaney. I'm just a coach there, so I don't own it, but I do. Oh, within my personal business. Okay. Yeah. So at F45, we actually transitioned from in studio to online. So they still got the same
Okay.
similar workouts. We offered suggestions. It's funny. That's a good question though. It's funny because they would send us questions like, hey, make posts about variations of weights that you can use. So essentially, I would squat with my dogs on my back, or let's just say trash bags, curls with trash bags, or bags full of clothes or whatever. But
Okay.
yeah, we transitioned from in studio to online, so they were still able to get their workouts in via the fitness studio. One-on-one coaching, I definitely put a stop on that just because a lot of people are uncomfortable. And not to mention, I was in transition of buying a house, so I didn't have all the equipment that I needed at the time. So it was kind of tough. Where before I was working out of a gym and
Okay.
kind of renting space and utilizing their weights.
Right, right. Okay. So I noticed that you, with the online studios, that you were incorporating things that they could use around the household.
Hmm.
That's pretty cool because I think that's part of it. When we don't feel like we have all the equipment to do a workout, then it's like, okay, well, I'll just pass on working out. So
Right.
so give us some more information about what kind of things you can use at home to use as weights and things of that nature.
Yeah. So water gallon jugs or gallon jugs in general is
Okay.
good for some kind of weight. Got to be careful. Make sure it's not opened or anything, right? Um, Here's the thing. I can literally get a soup can and get a good workout in just because of how you're focusing the mind muscle connection, right? So let's just say I have a 2 pound can. You can literally get a good, you're not going to grow muscle, right? Because you need to increase your weight to grow the muscle. But you can literally get a good, decent workout just by slowing down the time
Okay.
and then increasing or focusing on the squeeze or the squeeze of the muscle that you're using.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so literally what I literally had bags full of heavy things like cans, right?
Okay.
I used my dogs. I actually had rubber bands. So those fitness bands, those big bands
Oh,
that
okay.
you see,
Yes.
those are not expensive at all. And they are super beneficial. So when in doubt, you can always stick to resistance bands. Gallon jugs. Let's see, what else did I use? I mean, sometimes if you have an old vacuum cleaner, that thing's pretty heavy too. Um, yeah, actually, I think that's about it. I'm trying to because at the time we were in an apartment, so our tools were very limited.
Limited. Okay.
Whereas if you're in a house, you can kind of figure out just chairs you can do, um, packs of water bottles you can use, packs of soda cans. So
Okay.
just got to get a little creative, and you can still utilize any kind of weight or resistance to get a good workout in.
And you said to focus on the squeeze of the muscle that you're really trying to work out. So
Exactly.
give us an example. If you have a 2 pound can, what
Uh,
muscle would you be utilizing with the soup
so
can?
yeah, so for example, we're doing a bicep curl. You're going to be focusing on the squeeze of the bicep. So
Okay.
literally, if you have a 2 pound can and you're like, oh, this is too easy, I can just do this all day. Well, if you slow down the tempo or the timing, let's just say you're going to go down, you can slow it down for 4 seconds, come back up for 4 seconds, squeeze for 2 seconds. So again, the timing is that's what I love about fitness. Everything changes. You can customize it to where you want. If you're not feeling it, you can always slow it down, speed it up. But yeah, and that's how I get my workouts in, even if I don't have the optimal weight that I want to use. So when I say focus on the squeeze, when you come up with the bicep, you're actually going to focus on trying to make that bicep as hard as you can and squeeze and then
Okay.
hold for 2, 3 seconds and then slowly go down. Trust me, if you don't believe me, go ahead, grab a soda can and then do the tempo. Go extend all the way out, right? So, or actually, you're going to start down at the bottom and then you're going to bring it up 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that squeeze 1, 2, 3, and then go back down four,
One,
three,
three,
two,
two.
one. Do that for, let's just say, uh, 10 reps, and you're going to feel a good pump. It's,
Wow.
yeah. So trust me, nobody, a lot of people don't believe me, but whenever I actually grab the 5 pound weights or the 2 pound dumbbells, and then I get the pump and the pump that everybody sees, then they believe me. I'm like, it's all about mind muscle connection, connecting with that muscle that you want to grow, and then all about the timing and the tempo.
That is pretty awesome. I don't think I've ever had anybody to explain it in that way, the mind muscle connection.
Hmm.
Mind
That is
muscle
key.
connection. That,
Yes,
I mean,
ma'am.
that's pretty intense.
It is. It is. It's not easy to do. It does take practice, just like anything, right? It does take practice. But once you get there, you can actually start using whatever you want and just customizing the workout to whatever you want to do.
Got it. So for somebody that's just getting into fitness, what would be
Mhm.
your recommendation? Because I think it can be kind of intimidating, especially when you have gym memberships and then you walk in there and there's so many equipments that
Mhm.
you don't know how to use. And what would be your recommendation for somebody just getting into fitness and starting their journey?
That is a good question, and I get asked that a lot. So here's the thing about fitness. It's it's got its own. I'm trying to think of the term. Everybody has their own beliefs, and they're all different. Kind of like diets, right? Some
Right.
people are in the camp of keto. Some people are in the camp of carnivore. Some people are in the camp of whatever. So every fitness trainer is different. Every fitness trainer is going to have their different beliefs and follow their different programs. For
Right.
me, I used to be that way. I used to be that way. And then I realized after training so many people, not everybody's going to do the same thing that I did to get the results that I got, right?
That's true.
Everybody's different. Everybody has allergies or food sensitivities or even injuries that can prevent them, right? So
Right.
my best advice to, if you're going to get started, just start getting active and focus on a full body routine. So that
Okay.
I'm probably going to get a lot of pushback because there's again different camps of body splits and different days, and there's just so much out there. But if you're not into fitness at all and you want to start getting healthier and get it's just all about the healthier lifestyle and get into better shape, then start increasing your activity, your movement. A lot of
Okay.
times, especially, well, as realtors, y'all are constantly moving, walking around, driving, and all that. If you're in the office, you're constantly sitting, right?
Right.
So increasing your steps is a good way to start. A
Okay.
lot of us are, well, if you look at your step counter and you realize how many steps you take, especially in an office setting, then you're going to be blown away about by the results that you can do just by hitting maybe 5 to 10,000 steps a day rather than literally like 600 steps, right?
Wow.
So slowly increasing your movement and then doing a full body workout, because if you're not into fitness already and you're starting to, then more than likely you're not going to be doing it every day of the week or every other day. So
Right.
if you can hit your a full body workout once or twice a week, then you're doing well, right?
Okay.
And you will get results again, depending on how you want to how you want to customize this workout is going to this is kind of a gray area, but how you customize this workout is going to determine how quick your weight loss journey is going to be, right? The way I coach is, hey, I like living life. I like going to birthday parties. I like having a couple of drinks. I like eating desserts every once in a while. So I try to customize my routine and others' routine to their everyday lifestyle, right?
Okay.
Make healthier choices and their eating. I mean,
Mhm.
if you're not eating any veggies, then you definitely need to increase it. I mean, once a day at least. So it's all about baby steps into getting the long-term effects. That way you can keep that weight off
Right.
compared to quick weight loss and then kind of bouncing back because life gets hectic all of a sudden and now you're missing the gym for 2 weeks and now
Right.
you're slowly getting that weight back.
It's
I don't know if that
amazing.
did that
Yeah,
answer your
that you
question?
did. You did. I was just thinking
Okay.
it's amazing how quickly you can gain weight and not realize how heavy you've
Hmm.
gotten. I know,
Definitely.
my husband and I, we married 3 years ago, and within that time, I put on a significant amount of weight. And I think part of it was due to COVID. Part
Hmm.
of it was just due to everyday life and maybe wasn't as active as possible. But I had an annual checkup and I stepped on the scale and was like, hold on one second, let's do this again. let me take off some of these clothes because surely this scale is wrong. But I didn't even realize how big I had gotten. And when I came back from the doctor, I immediately went to my husband and I'm like, why did you how come you didn't tell me that I was that? You let me walk around. And he's like, well, what are
Oh
you talking about?
no, that's
He wasn't
hilarious.
sure how to even answer that. But
Oh yeah,
again, it's just amazing how over time life happens, things happen, and you don't even realize how much weight you've put on.
definitely,
Isn't that
definitely. It is
something?
crazy. Yeah, and kudos to your husband for treading that fine line of, hey, you should
Poor
have told
guy.
me, and hey, you need to be. Yeah,
Poor
yeah.
guy. All he did was just look like, woman, you are crazy. But it was just like, I just could not believe it. And I'm like, surely somebody around me could have said, oh my God, girl, you're getting heavy. But I don't think people even really notice it if it's like a gradual weight increase, you know.
Yeah,
But
and that's
it's
another. Yeah,
very, go ahead.
that I said that's another thing is people hold their weight in different areas. So
True.
like for me, I hold it in my belly, in my lower body, right? Whereas
Mhm.
other people can hold it in their shoulders, lower back, arms, wherever. So
Right.
everybody's different. Plus, that's a sensitive subject, right? I
It is.
mean,
It
especially
is.
actually, it's been always sensitive. You can't really. How do you approach somebody and saying, "Hey, you're kind of getting out of hand"? I mean, how do you approach it? Hey,
Well,
maybe you should make healthier choices.
But you know what?
Yeah,
The thing of it is, I think that we should be around people who are not afraid to say, hey, girl, you're putting it on thick there, or and just know that it's out of love and it's not necessarily to put anyone down because I don't know why we've done this. I don't know why society has done this,
yeah.
but we've made certain topics so difficult to talk
Hmm.
about. And they're mainly the most important topics that we need to talk about that we shy
Yeah,
away from because it's a touchy subject,
hundred
and weight
percent,
is
hundred
a
percent.
touchy subject, especially when you think about like women, we're hormonal. So a lot of our weight can be, from the changes in hormones.
Hmm.
So the thing that I would say is just being educated, understanding our bodies, and asking the right questions when you go to the doctor. I
Definitely.
know for me, part of the experience that I've had over the last couple of years is just a hormonal change, and it's with age, right?
Hmm.
So, not knowing what questions to really ask my doctor really put me at a disadvantage. But being around other ladies who have experienced different things, we were able to talk and mastermind. I was able to have a whole list of questions to go into my doctor with. And then we can then start to drill down because they don't know, our doctors don't know. And unfortunately, if you're not a researcher, how are you going to know? It's really
100%.
about education. Seriously.
Definitely. I can't agree with you more. I can't agree with you more. I'm the guy that always asks questions. I'm not afraid to ask questions. I mean, if I offend somebody, then I automatically, you can tell, right? You can tell when you offend somebody and it's like, touchy subject. But I always apologize if I offend them. I always preface it too. I'm sorry if I offend you, but yeah. So I do ask the questions. I ask the doctor questions, and I am the researcher guy. So
Yeah,
it's just, yeah. So I'm always Googling things, and then you filter it, right? You take it with a grain of salt because you can't really
right,
put too much faith in the internet. But if you research enough, you can kind of get a grasp on the thing that you're trying to look up, right?
right, right.
But yeah, you're 100% right. Age is a big factor of how our body reacts, and unfortunately, we can't stay young forever. But we can make choices to live a better, longer, healthier life, right? I try to my family. Um, Actually, my family's doing pretty good. Before they were kind of heavy and all that, and some of them were, not all of them, right? Sorry, family.
Yeah.
Um, sorry, sorry, mom. I'm not
Right
talking
away.
about you. But yeah, once you start educating yourself and making healthier choices, you start living a better lifestyle. You still start getting more energy. You start having more positive thoughts. It's just a snowball effect into just a better life. And one thing, here's the thing. When I do my one-on-ones, I train actually older clients.
Okay.
That's another thing. Age is another kind of sensitive topic. But I always choose maybe or from 40 and above, just because anybody in my age, we're kind of still egotistical. We kind of like, man, what do you know? Anybody
Right.
younger, we all know how it is to be young. You can't tell me what to do. You're not, what do
Exactly.
you know, right? But
Right.
so I choose my cohort or my age group 40 and above, just because at that point they're looking for a change somehow, some way to live a better lifestyle. And
Right.
one thing that I always hone in on people is, listen, if you got kids, guys, you're not living your life just because, hey, I'm complacent and this is what I've always been doing. But now you're living your life to have a life with your grandchildren.
That's right.
You want to see your grandchildren grow up. You want to see your family expand. This is your legacy. Why
Right.
not live life to the fullest and live life longer, just so you can see all that grow before you go, right?
That's right.
So
That's right. So health and fitness is definitely one of those topics where I think when you get into it, it's so easy to keep it going, right? But
100%.
one life change or,
Yeah,
challenge, it's easy to stop as well. So you could
definitely.
have, years and years of working out on a consistent basis, and then something happens, and now you're not working out regularly. So
Right.
how would we've kind of talked about, starting slow. We've talked about, going through that whole process. How would you advise or help someone who has fallen off? Is it just getting back in there slowly?
Yeah, that's a good question too. Here's the thing. I fell off last year, and I hear it from a lot of members, friends, family. They send me pictures of the past. Hey, dude, what happened to you? So
Oh,
I
good.
enjoy I enjoy that. It's funny to me. It's like, okay, you're talking a little trash. I get it. I'll one up you. You're my motivation.
Right.
Um, but here's the thing. If let's just say you were training for 5 years and then you took 3 weeks off, a month off, 2 months off, there is a thing about muscle memory, right? So a good, if you're in like good shape, right, and
Mhm.
you just stop, then it's nothing to worry about, right? It's nothing to
Okay.
worry about because your body will bounce back slowly but surely.
Mhm.
If you took years off, then yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer because you've already set yourself up and established some habits that we kind of need to break and or introduce new habits. So
Right.
yeah, for me, it used to be, hey, let's get it done.
Mhm.
We're on a mission, 2 weeks, let's drop all the fat we can, blah blah blah. But now it's now that I'm getting older and understanding people more, everybody's life becomes hectic at some point in time. So don't give up. Just
Okay.
slowly. If you have to work out 1 day a week for a while, by all means, work out 1 day a week. But the
Okay.
thing is, you have to get up and get active. That's something that I've been saying for years: is get up, get active. Hashtag get up, get active. All that jazz. But
Okay.
you'll be amazed about how you feel after you just put in a good 30, 45 minutes of walking, or even just doing some kind of squats or anything active, biking. So you don't have to necessarily just do weights and running and cardio and all that. Do things that you love to do. Go
Right.
walking in the park, go bike riding, do something that helps your body move,
Okay.
and your body will love you for it.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So over the course of your journey, I know you said that over COVID you gained 20 pounds. How much have you lost from just working through that and acknowledging that, you put
Oh,
on the COVID 20?
yeah.
How much
So
have you
that's the
lost?
thing. The COVID 20. Wow. That's the thing. I'm just gonna be transparent. So
Yeah, it's okay.
all through,
We'll get that.
I didn't just stop 100% during that COVID year, right? 2020.
Okay.
Didn't just stop. I did dabble here and there. I did put in some work, maybe 2 days a week, every other week, whatever. It was just something because I felt bad. It gets it to you. If you're like was not doing anything, it gets to you mentally. You start feeling negative and spiraling. I call it spiraling. You just start spiraling
Mm,
out of control.
okay.
But I have, let's see, I started working out 3 weeks ago, and this is just 2 days a week, full body, no cardio, just increasing my steps, increasing my activity, right? So
Okay.
parking further away from the entry doors of any establishment, walking there. And I've lost 5 pounds, but I'm also losing body fat and gaining muscle, which is kind of
Wow.
where you want to be. So
Okay.
again, I'm not here to boom, let's just shred and get lean as quick as possible because
Right.
I want it to stay off.
Right.
And and so yeah, I've lost 5 pounds. I've literally started consistently 3 weeks ago, doing 2 days a week, and it's paying its dividends.
That's
Again, with healthier choices, right? I still do eat the pizzas. I had pizza Saturday. I still drink the beers. I drank beers on Saturday. So Saturday was kind of my off day, but I still make an effort to get it in, to get active, right?
right.
So yeah, 5 pounds.
You five, that's, I mean, that's good. 5 pounds is good. A pound is good. Um, you mentioned earlier in the conversation about, making room for, if you like to eat sweets and things of that nature, making room in your diet, in your exercise plan to accommodate for that. Because I think a lot of us fall off when we have diets where I feel like I'm being punished every time I try to do a diet, any type of diet.
Yeah,
I feel like there's some kind of punishment behind it. Yeah, I know we need to eat right, but I feel like I'm depriving myself of something that I really want, and I don't like that feeling.
definitely. Yeah. And
So go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna just touch on the term diet. A lot of people think just the way you think, right? So there's a negative stigma around the word diet. It's like,
True.
oh, here we go. We're just gonna um, just go cold turkey on everything and then just hate our lives. But that's the thing. If we stop using the word diet and then change it to something else, then
What
that
what would
stigma
you
will.
change it to?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that. And I had this conversation last week with somebody. Food options,
Okay.
I guess. So, hey, I'm starting this new journey rather than
I
diet.
like
This
journey.
new, this new path
Mhm.
to better health or to a healthier lifestyle, rather than this diet, right? Just because of all the diets that are out there now, and all the crash diets and all of this, it's just overwhelming. And just like you and everybody else and me, we think, oh no, life is gonna just be horrible once we start this diet, right?
Right. Right. And I
Yeah.
I
So
mean, especially me with sweets, it's like I wanna be fit, trim,
meal
slim,
plan,
all of
yeah.
that, but I wanna eat all the chocolate cake that I want to. I don't wanna have any limitations on chocolate cake.
Yeah. So that's the thing. That's yeah. So I have some brothers that love sweets. They're just like you. I'm not a big fan of sweets. My downfall it was drinking sodas. If I go down that path, I'll just start cracking them open. But um, that's the thing. You can still enjoy the sweets that you want, but listen, the goal is to change into a healthier lifestyle. So if you know eating sweets every day isn't the best for you, right?
Right.
So maybe every other day or maybe once a week. It's all about baby steps into transitioning those bad habits into good habits and then incorporating better food.
I love how you said lifestyle because I think that's really what it truly is just a lifestyle.
Mhm.
Well, is there anything else you want to share with us about the fitness journey? Because I want to kind of transition into a little bit more personal stuff. So
Yeah.
go ahead. Is there?
Yeah, fitness journey. No, that's about it. Again, every coach is different. I consider myself a coach. I've been doing it for a long time, not a long time. There's coaches that have been doing it for more, but everybody is going to have their different mindsets, their different camps. Every coach is different. My thing is, if you are trying to start a fitness journey or get it back into gear after a brief period of time off, then shop around, interview these coaches, figure out their mindset, just to determine you don't want to. I mean, you may, but you don't want to just go into a coach that's like drill sergeant. Listen, this is what you need to do: fish, rice, nothing else, 2 weeks, salads, that's tough, especially the older you get. If you have kids, there's no way. There is a way. I've heard of people doing it, but it's tough for the everyday person, right?
Right.
So find the coach. If you are going to do a coach, find the
Mhm.
methods online, but make sure you just filter everything out and have it more custom to what you like and to your lifestyle. That way, the easier you can transition out of those bad habits into the good habits, the easier it'll be forever, right?
Right. Do you meal plan?
Do I? Yeah. So we do meal prep. The thing is, I meal prep Sunday, and and then like in this industry, in the real estate industry, we're always going out to eat, going to events. So it is tough to stay consistent with that meal prep plan, but yes, I do. I
Okay.
do, and I try to hit that for dinner at night because I tend not to go out and about at night on these meetings and whatnot.
It's a little
So
bit easier to do.
yes, grab
Okay.
and go, put in the microwave. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, good. Okay. So thank you so much for giving us all that information about F45. Tell us how we can get connected with you on
Yeah,
F45 if they wanted to reach out to you to get more information or even to coach.
yeah. Definitely. My email is nrbouton, Bouton, at gmail.com. And then my cell phone is 469-660-4243. Shoot me a text. I'm going to be honest, if I don't have you saved in my phone, I don't really know if you're going to be spam or if you're the auto home warranty person. So
For the
shoot
call
me a
warranty.
text. Yeah, shoot me a text. Introduce yourself. Ask me a question. I love giving out advice. I love giving out free advice. I'm not the one that's going to be like, oh, well, you have to sign the contract before. No, I mean, that's what I love to do. So yeah, give me a shout, shoot me a text, shoot me an email. Either way, contact me, and then let's see what we can do. Help each other out. I'm all about helping everybody out. So yeah,
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to get in before we wrap this up is I wanted to ask you, has there ever been a time in your life that you failed at something miserably? And what did you do?
yes,
That's a
there
positive
has.
person.
Yeah. I actually saw this question not too long ago, um, and there's several instances in my life to where I have failed miserably. But luckily, what helps me is I constantly hear my parents telling me, don't give up, just keep going, don't give up, don't give up. And it's so easy to throw the towel, but it's so much more rewarding to just keep pushing through and then find out the successes on the other end. But yeah, so previously I stated I am the business developer for a real estate title company.
Mhm.
Going into this position, it was my first time going into a sales position other than being a waiter. I don't, I
Okay.
mean, you kind of in sales, right?
Right.
Um, but this is full blown sales position. So in the beginning, it was tough. It took me about a year of constant just sticking to the basics and just grinding away in order to get or receive um, any kind of reward or success on my
Mhm.
part. So literally it was a year and I was struggling with the mindset. I don't know if this is going to be for me. I don't know what I'm doing. And I was constantly on the phone with my boss, with my team. Um, and they just were such big help and so rewarded. And it was just so rewarding. They were so impactful, so inspiring, and they just educated me in everything that I need to do, where after a year, it finally paid off to where our business started growing within the office. So I think that's the most recent um, downfall that I had and had to struggle with. But now I'm in my zone. I've
What is
learned the
it?
hard way. You have to get a lot of no's before you start getting those yeses. And I got a lot of those no's. And it's it's hard. It's hard on your mindset when you keep hearing no, no, no. And so for everybody out there who's still struggling, guys, don't give up. don't give up. And here's the biggest thing. I was juggling the one-on-one coaching, the sales rep position, and the F45 coaching for a year, and I was exhausted, but yet I kept going, because as cliche as it is, if you keep pushing through, the rewards on the other side is what's going to be worth it. And I didn't realize that until that year where I was just grinding away. So
That's good.
yeah, it was tough, but here I am.
That's good. Nick, I love your personality. I love how down to earth you are. That is one thing that I love when I am connecting with people. I love to be able to connect with people who are just genuine and down to earth. You help us with our book club. We run a book club within our office, and your insight and perspective is amazing. So I'm really glad that I know you. I'm glad that we are in each other's life, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all the major and awesome things that you'll continue to do, not only with your title company, but in every endeavor of your life with your coaching position, and just in being a mentor and somebody who inspires. We get so caught up on the word influencer, but you are an inspirer, and I think
I love that.
Awesome. And I really appreciate you for taking the time to hang out with me today and to chat with me. This is a new endeavor for me. And just having, my friends to come on and just witnessing and experiencing the overwhelming support and success has been just amazing. So I appreciate you for your support. I appreciate you for everything that you do for the Apex family, the CV Apex family. We look forward to continuing to work with you and continuing that relationship. I want you to share your contact information again with our listeners and our viewers.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to contact with you or connect with you.
Perfect. Again, thank you, Charmaine, for giving me this opportunity. I can talk and talk all day. I love to talk. Didn't really know that. But again, thank you so much. I like bringing energy. It's funny. Side note, I know we're trying to wind things down, but we had to do some marketing material for the title company, and I tried to go in there and just like, okay, I'm gonna be calm. I'm just gonna be like somber, calm. It's not me. I'm energetic. I'm live. I mean, I'm just bringing all kind of energy. I'm kind of loud sometimes. You might find it annoying, but either way, it's just who I am. You can reach me again on my cell phone number, 469-660-4243. I can offer help with real estate title questions as well. You can also contact me if you're trying to join or that free week trial for F45 training in Rockwall Heath. Fortunately, that's the only studio that I'm in, so that's the only one I can help you out with, but I can probably connect you with another studio. Then my email address is N as in Nancy, R as in Robert, B as in boy, O-U-T as in Tom, O-N @gmail.com. So nrbouton @gmail.com. Send me all the emails, send me all the texts. Guys, I'm here to help you. My arms are wide open. Come on.
Come on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So this has been an episode with Chit Chat with Char. We have had Mr. Nick Bouton with us with F45 and also with a reputable title company here in the area. If you get to know him, you'll get to know the title company. I appreciate you again. I appreciate the difference for helping me to make a difference in the people that I connect with. Thank you so much for attending our show today, and look forward to seeing you on next week. Next week, we'll have Miss Title Tina with Community National Title, who will be joining us. So we look forward to hearing from her. We thank you, Nick, for you being in attendance with me today, and go be great.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Char.
Thank you.